Good day, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is Expressive Tone TV, conveying your thoughts and feelings to the world. Guys, a vessel carrying crude oil has been set on fire in Escavios, Delta State, in the Niger Delta Hazes. Nawa, Nigeria, my country. I cry. I weep for my country, Nigeria. You need to see this vessel being set on fire right now. It is burning. A vessel that is carrying crude that is worth 150 million metric tons is being burnt right now. A crude that worth 1,600,000 barrels of oil is burnt, set on fire by military men, by security agents. Oh God, what is happening in this country? Crude that is worth over $100 million, approximately 1.8 million barrels of oil, which is the production of crude in Nigeria in a day. That is what we are producing in a day, has just been set on fire because the thief was caught, and the best that they could do was to set it on fire and burn it so that there will not be any evidence, so that they cannot trace it. They cannot trace where it came from. According to them, information that this vessel has been loading from the shores of these escavios since 12 years ago. This vessel has been loading. Is it a market woman that is going to load crude in a vessel? Is it an ordinary person that is loading crude in a vessel? So NNPC is not aware that for 12 years, crude has been loaded with a vessel leaving the shores of Nigeria that is being sold in abroad, in US, in Canada, in America, in Asia, every part of the world, and we are suffering. Anyway, watch the video. I'm so pained. I don't want to talk too much. Watch video.
Said it all. First and foremost, I don't know why the law enforcement does not know when they load this crude until it leaves the terminus or terminal where it is loaded and started making its way. That has to be a question for law enforcement to answer. However, just as you said, last year, there was an experience where a particular vessel was apprehended with our crude oil. And then, of course, a few days ago, another one, the MT Tura 2, with 150,000 metric tons. To put it clearly, that is about 1,600,000 barrels. And that amounts to well over $100 million, which runs into billions of naira. That is the amount or the value of what was inside there. That is also approximately what Nigeria produces in a day. Okay, about 1.8 million barrels. So that's about what Nigeria produces in a day. It takes a while to load the whole of that volume. And so definitely it must have been loaded somewhere that is an authorized loading bay. And so the authorities of NNPC were supposed to know, and I think they know. And then, of course, usually in all of those places, there are law enforcement, at the terminus or the terminals. So definitely all of these agencies knew that this was taking place. However, let's give benefit of doubt to the establishment that arrested it, and then to the JTF that has also arrested the people. But setting that particular vehicle or vessel ablaze is completely out of 2023. It is something that should happen in maybe 1440 or 1450. This is 2023. We are talking about ozone layer depletion. We are talking about Nigeria not having all the money we should have for our welfare. And then you burn off billions of naira, multi-millions of dollars worth of crude, and then in the process poison us. Is completely unacceptable. It is something that has to stop. The federal government, the presidency has to issue a quick order that they should stop burning or wasting our resources in that manner. And in the process, for those of us in the Niger Delta, as you burn it, you are polluting us, you are destroying us, you are killing us, you are destroying the entire environment. What is the difference between any other vandal and then the authorized vandals in this particular case? Because setting that quantity of crude oil ablaze was as good as asphyxiating the entire Niger Delta. And you may not believe it, but several persons are going to die out of asthma and such diseases in the next couple of days. That is a fact about it. And then, of course, if you want to properly prosecute, there's no excuse to say they changed name somewhere and then they changed name somewhere and so on and so forth. If you know they changed name and you have grabbed the evidence, it is for you to follow international standard manner of investigating and prosecuting. Going in this crude manner of setting the vehicle ablaze is not good enough. Of course, the vehicle is going to eventually sink and be in that waterway and constitute nuisance to fishermen. Of course, the fishermen have to be Niger Delta fishermen, and also constitute nuisance to fishermen, constitute nuisance to those who use the waterways forever. So I think that was not necessary.
Okay. I would also like to ask you, why is it that we've not been able to crack these big men that do all of this? Because just like the other incidents we've had, we parade a couple of people that were in the vessel, which are not the real people doing this, which are just those that work for the people doing this. Why is it that we don't know the big men that exist that are doing all of this in Nigeria? Is it that we don't know the local partners to the other foreigners? Is it that we don't have adequate facts on them? When are we going to take one big man in this country perpetrating this, not all these workers?
Well, I can tell you for free that vehicle was burnt because it was cheaper to burn it than to rein in the oil thief that is behind it all. Usually what Nigeria has done in the last several decades is to parade a young, helpless, improperly educated, jobless youth from the Niger Delta as the typical thief. But I argue that such a person shouldn't be called a thief. He should be rehabilitated. He belongs to a place where you have to educate him, reorientate him, and make him a patriotic Nigerian. He is a victim of oil thieves. Today you may need to hear that the real thief of oil is someone who has a yacht, is someone who has a golf course, is someone who cannot sleep a night in the Niger Delta because of mosquitoes and insecurity, is someone who has properties in London, in Banana Island, in Abuja, in Frankfurt, in New York City. Those are the thieves. They have a lot of money. You may want to imagine the Joint Task Force for Prevention of Oil Thievery and Vandalism in the Niger Delta came as far ago as 1998. That is 25 years ago. And I can tell you for free that go to Krikri prison, go to Port Harcourt prison, go to Kogi prison, go to Kuje prison. You won't find any big oil thief. None. And even for their boys, when they are caught, they find a way and just dye it, you know. And so even this one, now that the vessel is burnt and the crude burnt and so on and so forth, after once or twice, even Rufai won't talk about it again. So that is the game, that is the story. The authorities know clearly who are behind it. The last time I think someone came on TV and showed clearly where all the stolen oil goes to. This particular oil, if you had allowed it, will have gone to either Britain or gone to America or gone to China or gone to India. They go to these places, these vehicles are big enough, the world knows them. So everyone that is in authority knows them, except for maybe Rufai and Abati and myself. But they are well known. So those are the real oil thieves.
Welcome back. Did you watch the video? Are you seeing what I have just seen? I don't understand this country. God will deliver us from these tax masters. In a country where people are suffering like this, they are destroying crude worth billions of naira, money that can be used to empower people in the country. I don't understand. God will have mercy. God will help us in this country. In fact, please subscribe to my channel so that anytime I drop videos like this, you will always be the first to know. Drop your comment below. Let me know. Am I the only one feeling this way? What do you think about this? What can you say about the video you just watched? Drop your comment below. Press the notification bell. After the notification bell, you see a place where they write all. Also press all so that anytime I drop video, you will be the first to know. Subscribe to my channel, please. It does not cost you anything to subscribe. It does not cost you extra cost. It's just that when you subscribe, when I drop videos, you will always be the first to know. Please press the thumbs up, like the video so that YouTube can help to share it to others, to all nook and cranny of this country, to even the foreign world, so that they will see the effects of whatever they are doing to us in this country. God bless. Cheers.